here who work at Fox News, I'd say, wouldn't you, Angry Rich, that we have a pretty thick skin about the criticism that comes with working in this building.
Very much so.
For instance, on a summer barbecue out there in that suburban Jersey neighborhood you live in?
Yes.
A lot of Fox fans?
Not a one.
And when you say you work for Fox?
Well, I try not to, but when I do, they either walk away or give me a weird look.
You see, when I'm down in Texas, I know it's something to be proud of. Yeah, we're sort of used to the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune coming our way. All kinds of people criticize us.
And you should be ashamed of yourself, and you're not an American. You're a terrible, terrible person, and Fox is a terrible channel. You're an idiot. You really are an idiot.
And so it's not surprising that we get attacked, but sometimes it's surprising who it is who's attacking us. Yesterday, Tom Coburn, the very conservative Republican senator from the great state of Oklahoma, was at a town hall meeting someplace, and a woman was asking him about a provision of the health care plan, which Nancy Pelosi had talked about at one point, which says, look, if you don't buy the insurance, it is possible, if the federal government figures out you could afford it, that you could be subject to a jail term.
The intention is not to put anybody in jail. That makes for good TV news on Fox, but that isn't the intention.
What? It makes for good TV news on Fox?
Uh-huh.
This is Senator Coburn?
Uh-huh.
So don't catch yourself being biased by Fox News.
Wait a minute. There's a second time.
Don't just watch Fox News or CNN. Watch them.
That's 3 times. I'll bet this was like Christmas and the 4th of July all rolled into one over on Bathtub Boys show.
I'm shaking here. Let's bring in the associate editor and Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist of the Washington Post, MSNBC political analyst Gene Robinson. Good evening, Gene.
Evening, Keith.
Well,
I too am almost speechless.
I know.
Keith.
It's like I'm going to turn into Sally Field here. They like me. Do we expect now the response to this is some sort of Glenn Beck expose on how Tom Coburn is, a socialist or he's a Democratic plant or something?
I think Beck is going to go to the blackboard and he's going to write out the name Tom Coburn and show that how if you rearrange the letters and actually substitute some other letters, it spells Comintern or something like that, and then it's all part of this kind of Da Vinci Code plot. What
do you think happened to Tom Coburn?
I have no idea. I mean, does he think that people that watch Fox don't read other stuff?
Well,
just a bunch of robots.
He's pretty limited. If he's reading the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the Wall Street Journal, he's got some fairly limited reading, and I'm surprised about that. Tom in Alabama.
Hey, John.
Hey, Tom.
You done got yourself in the crack. You and Fox News, man. Y'all cheerleading for the Republican Party, the losers of the 2008 election. You remember I had to call you out at the beginning of this year. You were saying the president needed a teleprompter to talk to kids.
Yeah,
I called you out. See, y'all be doing that the whole time. That's just one occasion that I wanted to bring to your attention that I called you out. Checkmate. That's what we call that.
We do we?
Yeah.
We're not playing chess, are we?
Well, no, I'm just telling you, all the falsities that come out of Fox,
All right, well, give me a substantive example of something Fox routinely says, or that I routinely say, that you think is unfair or wrong.
Okay, y'all propped up Sarah Palin with her death panels, and her family gets federally funded health care.
What's that got to do with it? What's got to do with death panels?
Brother, if she's getting federally funded insurance, and she's saying that if everybody else get it, they're going to...
Wait a second. You don't believe there are death panels?
No, I don't.
All right, well, listen to Paul Krugman, Obama's big liberal supporter.
The advisory panel, which has the ability to make more or less binding judgments on saying this particular expensive treatment actually doesn't do any good medically, and so we're not going to pay for it. That is actually going to save quite a lot of money.
Death panels.
Why would she put her family on that type of insurance and then if it's a death panel on it?
Well,
she didn't. You got to stop reading Think Progress every day.
You got to stop reading this junk, and you got to stop. I mean, you go to the most liberal partisan sites that just lie and lie and lie, and then you call up and accuse Fox of what exactly?
Why didn't y'all tell us that her husband was part of a separatist group? that wanted to pull away from America. You know, is that American?
We
Is
told
that
you
American?
about that.
That was reported here.
No.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you, that's Fox and the Foxities. I call y'all the Refoxicans. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah.
But y'all messed up, John. You know, you done got yourself in the crack. You got your own people calling you out now. So your rhetoric is pathetic, like the caller said one time before.
And he said more than that. Well, Tom, I'm glad to see you continue to be so misinformed.
You're a wonderful sycophant.
And then you should be on the phone with Air America right now and calling Rachel Maddow and telling her she's wonderful.
Except it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, it's gone?
Yeah.
Gee, why would a liberal, Obama-loving radio network disappear?
Nobody listened.
Oh.
Awkward.
When John Gibson talks,
Yahoo!
he says things.
Smart boy, got a mind like a steel trap, full of mice.
That's John Gibson.